And we're now on the island of Sumatra in Indonesia, what's now Indonesia. Oil, of course, is one of the chief resources that comes from these islands, and oil is the entire reason why Pearl Harbor happens. So if Britain goes down, these colonies are going to be left undefended, and then Japan can snatch them up very cheaply. However, British naval strength in Southeast Asia, which is the only thread that keeps these colonies in Allied hands, is unofficially backstopped by American naval power, which is based at Pearl Harbor. At 8:06 a.m., 11 minutes after the Japanese attack began, a bomb exploded in the Arizona's forward magazine. You can see the remnants of the ship sticking up out of the water there. This caused a massive explosion. The ship just blew up from the inside out, basically. And this was probably Japan's luckiest single shot in the entire Pacific War. This is Ford Island, which is an island in the middle of Pearl Harbor. And there's an airfield here. You can see, even today, there's that striped tower there. The U.S. had 188 aircraft totally destroyed during this raid.
The strategic mistake of not attacking the infrastructure and the shore facilities at Pearl Harbor was, had they destroyed those, then the fleet would have had to pull back to San Diego.
You could find a number of events in World War II that people have pointed to as, quote-unquote, the end of the British Empire. One of them truly is the fall of Singapore. But look at this. There's pillboxes left over from the World War II era just hanging around here on busy city streets. So I thought this was amazing. This is the Manzanar War Relocation Center in California. This is one of the largest camps that where Americans, let's call them Americans, were interned during World War II. Over 110,000 people of Japanese descent, ordinary civilians, were forced to leave their homes on the West Coast and live in camps like this. And you can see it's a kind of a desolate area. Families, and we're talking, again, these are civilians, had to live and work here for 3 years, the duration of the war. More importantly, perhaps, I mean, well, what could be worse than this, but their property and the businesses that they owned and left behind were typically confiscated by military authorities and then sold. And this is actually Midway Atoll. And you can see here, so June 4th, 1942, the Japanese carrier-based air forces start launching raids on this island. This is the island of Guadalcanal. That word has very negative connotations in American culture, but you can see from this photosphere just how stunningly beautiful this island is.